Maharashtra has everything which could attract the business, which could attract the industry. The problem is to do business. And in these 2 days when I was going through several presentations, and what is the basic problem, I was told that somebody wants to set up an industry in industrial zone, MIDC. He or she requires 76 approvals, and if it is not non-MIDC, then it is 67 approvals. And the other day, Chief Secretary himself was mentioning me that somebody came to him for application to extend the time limit to set up. And the request was that by now we have acquired 64 permissions and still we could not get the 12 permissions. So please give us certain time extension so that we can acquire these 12 permissions and we can start our industry. So I think here we need to, do a lot of work. Now what I have done is I have asked the industries department to immediately prepare a note and work on it so that these number of permissions and NOCs could be brought down. And I want to cut it drastically. I mean, from 76, if you bring it to 60, still very high. So it has to be, it has to come down, I don't know, to 20, 25 or even 15 for that matter. And then I propose that once we bring down these number of NOCs and permissions, let us bring all department on single e-platform. Because today, if you look at these permissions, ultimately when it goes to a certain department and that department takes say 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and there are certain departments which give permission in 7 days. But all of them are, evaluated in the same basket because 76 approval and 2 years. So everybody is to be blamed. When we bring them on single e-platform, ultimately it would be a single window system. At the same time, accountability, because on single window platform, e-platform, on what date it reached the department and what is the status would be available at the fingertip to everyone. And then that accountability will again reduce the time. So we are working on that. And once, is to do business. Few days back, I feel month back, I was invited by the Consulate Generals of European Union and for breakfast, and we were just talking about investments, and they said they want to invest in every field, but in Maharashtra nothing moves. They said our biggest investor, he was here for 6 months and he went back because nothing moves. Said in MIDC single permission is not granted. So that is also, I feel that the regional officer of MIDC should be empowered. Right now in industries department, every single thing is centralized in Mantralaya. For every single thing you have to come to Mantralaya. Why? You should not. We have to work on nearly every sector because infrastructure is a very critical issue. Roads, transport, every sector has become critical. So now we are working on nearly every sector. Like I have told you about power, I have told you about agriculture. In agriculture sector also, as you have rightly said, the problem is lowest productivity. And why lowest productivity? It is because ultimately we don't have irrigation facilities. So if the central average of irrigation is 44%, and our average is 17 or 18 or to claim the best 19%, then ultimately 81% is dryland farming, 80% is dryland farming. And in dryland farming, if you don't improve your farming techniques, there are certain simple things. If we start using drip irrigation facilities, then also your productivity increases. Now every time this cotton price is an issue, and why it is an issue? Because there are 9 states in India which are cotton producing states. Among those 9 states, the lowest productivity is of Maharashtra. And when the MSP is decided, ultimately it is averaged out. It takes into account input cost of every state, and then a fair profit, and the cost is decided. So when your input cost is very high and your productivity is low, ultimately while deciding the MSP, Gujarat's yield per acre or per hectare, if it is double that of Maharashtra, then in the MSP Maharashtra is going to suffer. So this basic problem, if we can address, not just giving the relief, but also doing some fundamental things which can increase our productivity, I feel it's not just 4%. Now our adjoining states like Madhya Pradesh is maintaining agri growth rate more than 50% for last 3 years. And it was as high as 22%, which is amazing. Gujarat for last 10-12 years, it's more than 10%. So we have been negative. Last year it was okay, nearly 4%. State like Maharashtra, we need to think beyond 4% right now. But as on today, our target is 4%.